The Reds could sign a £15 million Moises Caicedo clone. Liverpool need to sign another midfielder before the transfer window closes this week, but whether Jürgen Klopp's side will do so remains a question mark. According to the latest reports, Liverpool are interested in Bayer Leverkusen midfielder Ezequiel Palacios this summer after Fabinho was sold to Saudi Arabian side Al Ittihad for £40 million. However, Klopp has been dealt a blow after the Bundesliga club's general manager for sport, Simon Rolfs, revealed that Palacios is going nowhere this year. The report mentions the embryonic interest of Manchester United. While the 24-year-old is seen as untouchable by Leverkusen, he needs to test the resolve of some teams to complete Liverpool's rebuild towards the end of the season. Palacios may be a name few on Merseyside have heard of, but Xabi Alonso and Leverkusen fans have been gushing about the Argentine's talents in midfield in Germany, with his agent praising his excellent development over the past year. The 25-year-old international, who is enjoying footballing glory with Argentina at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, could reunite with compatriot Alexis Mac Allister at Anfield in a move that could boost cohesion at the club. After losing Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia to Chelsea in early August, Liverpool were forced to bring in Stuttgart's 30-year-old midfielder Wataru Endo for £16 million to fill their shortage of number 6. Caicedo, in particular, was a revelation for Brighton and Hove Albion last season. According to SofaScore, he averaged 7.1 points in the league, completed 89% of his passes and averaged 2.7 tackles per game. Praised as a machine man by renowned scout Jacek Kulik, Caicedo would be a superb addition for a prestigious club aiming for a resurgence after falling by the wayside last term. The Ecuadorian ranked in the top 4% for pass completion, top 11% for attempted passes, top 12% for interceptions and top 17% for tackles per 90 minutes among midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues last year according to FBref, highlighting the stunning skill set that has left the Reds and Chelsea desperate for his services. Caicedo is listed on FBref as a player comparable to Palacios, who ranks in the top 7% of his positional peers in passes completed per 90 minutes, top 4% in interceptions and top 3% in interceptions. As a result, Liverpool could have a tailor-made alternative if they can complete an unexpected move. Averaging 7.1 league points last season, the £15 million starlet completed 83% of his passes and averaged 2.3 tackles per game, showing a similar level of solidity to Chelsea's new star. Klopp must now sign Leverkusen's ace before the market closes this week and dispel any doubts that have crept into the club's early season efforts after a turbulent transfer window. Another departure for Liverpool. Liverpool have seen more departures than arrivals this season. For players left for free at the end of the season as their contracts expired, while Fabinho and Henderson, whose departure was a shock, left for Arabia. Now another name is on the verge of leaving. Celtic are the latest club to express an interest in signing Nat Phillips from Liverpool. The Scottish Premiership champions have contacted the Reds about taking the 26-year-old on loan for a season. Celtic, managed by former Liverpool boss Brendan Rodgers, grappling with a stopper crisis that looks unlikely to be alleviated before the start of their Champions League campaign next month. On signing a new defender last week, Rodgers said, "I think we should look at that, there's no doubt about it. It's an area where we are lacking," Rodgers said last week. Phillips, who has 2 years left on his contract, is expected to leave Liverpool ahead of Friday night's transfer deadline, having not featured for Jürgen Klopp's side since last November. Nat Phillips has made just 5 appearances for the Reds since May 2021. Championship side Middlesbrough this week joined the race to sign the stopper, who is also a loan target for Stuttgart once again. Phillips spent the 2019-2020 season with the German outfit, helping them to promotion to the Bundesliga. Leeds United were previously one of the other clubs interested in Phillips. Liverpool allowed 2 stoppers to leave on loan this summer, with Rhys Williams heading to Aberdeen and Billy Koumicio joining French League 2 side USL Dunkirk on Tuesday. Another academy graduate, Jarell Quansah, made his debut for the Reds as a late substitute in last weekend's 2-1 win over Newcastle United. The Reds will be without suspended captain Virgil van Dijk for Sunday's Premier League visit to Aston Villa. Ibrahima Konate will also miss St James Park with a muscle problem, meaning Joe Gomez and Joel Matip will play together at fullback. However, there is a serious lack of alternatives. Amrabat is still on Klopp's transfer list. Having extended their unbeaten start to the season to 3 Premier League games with a win over Newcastle United at St James Park, Liverpool's need for midfield reinforcements is no secret. The Reds had a very successful transfer window with the arrivals of Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai, but the departures of Jordan Henderson and Fabinho to Saudi Arabia have disrupted things. Since then they have brought in Wataru Endo, but there is a need for a higher profile signing. As the summer transfer window nears its close, Liverpool are scrambling for the extra reinforcements needed to ensure Jürgen Klopp has a side capable of returning to the Premier League's top 4 after missing out last season. Among the names at the front of the current list of targets appear to be Bayern Munich's Ryan Gravenberch and, surprise, Leverkusen's Ezequiel Palacios. It is reported that the Bavarians may soften their stance in the coming days. While Gravenberch has risen to the top of Liverpool's list, Sofian Amrabat is reportedly not completely out of the picture. This news comes at a time when Amrabat is out of the squad at the Serie A club and La Viola are not allowing the Moroccan to play first-team football or train with them until his future is resolved. Liverpool's stance on Amrabat is not surprising given their need for a midfielder and Fiorentina's €30 million asking price this summer. Statistically, the Moroccan would be a step up from the options Klopp said goodbye to this summer. According to FBref, Amrabat outperformed Henderson in some key areas during the previous season. Meanwhile, the 27-year-old was highly praised during the 2022 World Cup, helping Morocco reach the semi-final stage as the surprise of the tournament. Alan Shearer had words of praise for the midfielder. Amrabat's relationship with the ball is really top class. He gets the ball and then he can take it forward. The way he does it without any weakness in terms of defensive security is tremendous. He really enjoys it and he's really good at it. He carries his team forward with the balls he wins. He played a key role in the World Cup with his performance. In the current Liverpool squad, only Wataru Endo plays a defensive role. Thiago and Stefan Bajcetic have recovered from injuries but are not yet fully fit. The Reds were forced to use Alexis Mac Allister in this area for the first game of the season and the need for a number 6 has grown. Endo's arrival is a relative relief for Klopp. However, going the whole season with only one defensive midfielder is a serious risk. Liverpool will be competing in the Europa League this year and they need alternative players who can also play in the domestic cup. Amrabat is a very strong alternative to Wataru Endo. Manchester United have also been interested in the player for a long time. However, given that Liverpool have £110 million to pay for Moises Caicedo, it seems they can afford to pay more than their transfer rival.